Andre Walker, GeorgeUnfiltered.com, sitting here with, well, I don't think this person here needs any introduction. You used to go by MK Ultra. Now you're going by your real name, Leah Culver. Why the change? Why did you drop the stage name?
Well, a few reasons, but one of the main reasons is I felt it was just kind of time to be myself. I'm really stepping out in front and like singing and performing, and I think the name Leah Culver kind of fits what I'm doing a little bit better than MK Ultra does. That was a good name for what I was doing with it, and I love the name, but I just decided to go ahead and just be myself, because that's all you can really do anyways, just give yourself, and I felt that was one of the best ways to do it.
That's extremely versatile. Honestly, that sounds a lot like you're maybe becoming the female Skrillex, because he's actually very versatile with the instruments as well. But why dubstep?
I always liked dubstep. I think I was drawn to it initially because I was more into like metal and screamo and things, and I think drops and like breakdowns are kind of similar. I think that's why I was drawn to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just fun,
Right.
I think it's just fun.
So you mentioned metal. I know it's the EDM festival, but what are some of your favorite metal bands?
Well, back in the day, I really liked a lot of what I call girlfriend bands, like Bring Me the Horizon, Asking Alexandria, things like that. Of Mice and Men, who are they? We Came as Romans. Did a We Came as Romans remix back in like 2011 or something. But yeah, I'm not naming all of them, but
right.
Those are some of them. I like Slayer and Slipknot.
I like Slipknot too, believe it or not. I don't listen to a lot of Slayer. I listen to Metallica, Nirvana, and stuff like that. I guess you could call them garage bands, whatever. That's the type of metal I lean towards. So, you've been at this since 2011, right?
Yeah.
And so what is your view of the scene? There are folks who feel that it's becoming too commercial. Everybody's trying to make as much money as they can and then get out. And we've seen that happen with large festivals like Tomorrow World. But what is your honest opinion about the scene?
I think the idea of like what it stands behind, like the whole plur thing and like peace, love, unity, respect, I think that's great. I think the unity that I see in the scene is pretty amazing. I don't see it as like hurry up, make money, and get out of it. I think if you do something, you should do it because you love to do it. And if you're not doing it for that reason, then it's unfortunate.
So how do you yourself keep the love going? Because there are a lot of folks out there who are just they lose the passion and then it just becomes a job for them. How do you keep this from becoming a job for you?
I've never felt that it was very. It's a good word. I've always thought it was very fun. It never feels like work. Sometimes you get half your money up front and then you get half when you play, and I'll forget to get paid because I had so much fun. I don't think about the money. I really at all don't think about the money. But it's always fun. I've never had a bad time doing it. I really can't think of a time where it was like miserable or anything. It's fun, You're playing music and people are dancing and having fun with you, and it's like that's a connection that I appreciate.
So when you're up there, when you're behind the decks, how do you get a good read of the crowd so that you know which track to drop next?
That's a good question. I think when I go up there and I'm reading them, it's kind of like if they start getting chill for a second, I might amp it back up. And if they seem like they've been going too hard maybe, I might chill it down a little bit. Because, people are in heat and you don't want to like make people pass out. But
right.
That's kind of how I gauge it. I just try to make it fun, do what they need.
That sounds great, because some of the other interviews I've conducted, this weekend, and I've been asking that same question about, how do you read the crowd? Because a lot of times folks will just go up there and play whatever they want, and then the crowd will walk off disappointed. So I'm glad that you and a lot of the other folks that are playing this weekend are reading the crowd. You're a local artist. You started basically from the bottom, and now you're here. For other local artists that want to get to the big festivals like Imagine, what kind of advice do you have for them?
I think it's most important to just, real advice is like brand yourself well, get a good logo, maybe make some t-shirts and stickers and give them out. Support your other local DJs and support your local promoters. And that's kind of how I feel like I got into it, was going to their shows and like getting to know them as like real people. And it's not all about just putting your face in other people's faces and like, this is what I do. It's a lot more effective to just be a real person and get to know them that way. And I think some of the best advice I could say is just really be yourself and don't worry about what people think or what people say. Just keep to what you like to do.
So do you have any upcoming tracks or albums coming up that you can talk about?
Yeah, I've got an EP called Radiance that's going to be coming out pretty soon. And then I've been working on my second EP that I'm looking to drop out in the fall. And I've got a few singles that I'm also like, I don't know that they'll fit on the EP, and a few features with a few other artists. I did something with Adventure Club. When you feature, you never know what's going to happen with it, and you're kind of like, you're kind of like on contracts, you're the second artist, so you don't really control like when things come out. But have worked on stuff with Chainsmokers, Marshmello, Borgore, Adventure Club, Twofold, and those things will come out. Mark the Beast, everyone needs to check out Mark the Beast. He's so talented, and he's coming up, like he's really coming up, but I think everyone should check out Mark the Beast. He's such a talented producer. He's a good friend of mine, he's a good person, and he's so supportive to other people, so he deserves respect.
So is there a future collaboration with you and Mark the Beast down the pipes?
For sure, yeah. We're writing one right now.
That sounds great. I'm looking forward to hearing that. So you mentioned Adventure Club, Borgore, et cetera, et cetera. A lot of them are actually appearing at this festival. Are we going to see possible B2B between Leah Culver and Adventure Club or Borgore? Because I think that would be awesome.
That would be awesome. They're all great people. I might sing one of the songs if they want me to. I'm definitely down. But I'm not sure. Probably not a B2B because it's their set. It's like their moment. I wouldn't want to take away from that.
I like B2Bs mainly because it's like it's collaboration, and it's listening to what the other DJ is playing and then coming in with a track that can keep the energy going. So I really like that. Exactly. So where can we find out more about you? Do you have a website? Well, you have a website. Tell people your website, your SoundCloud, etc., where they can hear some of your tracks.
Sure. All of my stuff is Leah Culver Music, so leahculvermusic.com. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everything is Leah Culver Music. And you can find my music on soundcloud.com/Leah Culver Music and youtube.com/Leah Culver Music and Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff. But tried to make it pretty standard all across the board. It's just that.
Well, thank you so much for taking some time. It's extremely hot, so I hope you'll stay cool out there, but drop some hot tracks. I'm looking forward to hearing what you bring.